Mia had always loved quiet nights. To her, silence felt comforting, almost peaceful. But on this particular night, silence felt wrong. Too heavy, too alive, as if something unseen was holding its breath, waiting for the right moment to exhale. It started around 2:47 a.m. when she jolted awake for no reason. Her room was colder than it should have been, the type of cold that sinks straight into your bones. She pulled the blanket up to her chin and tried to steady her breathing, but then she heard it. A slow, shaky inhale, then a long, raspy exhale. It was the unmistakable sound of someone breathing in the dark. At first she froze. Maybe it was her own breathing echoing back. She held her breath to check. The breathing continued. Inhale, exhale, right beside her bed. Her heart leaped into her throat. She wanted to scream, but the sound died before it reached her lips. For a moment, she thought she might be dreaming, but the breathing grew louder, deeper as if leaning closer and closer. She reached for her phone, but her hand brushed against something cold and rough, like the back of a hand that hadn't felt warmth in years. Mia yanked her hand away instantly. Gasping in terror, she squeezed her eyes shut. Don't move. Don't breathe. Don't open your eyes. Her mind raced with questions she didn't want answers to. Was someone in her room? How did they get in? And why weren't they saying anything? Seconds felt like hours. Then the old wooden floor beside her bed creaked softly. One step, then another. Mia forced herself to open her eyes just a sliver. The room looked almost normal dark, quiet, still, but something felt wrong. The shadows looked distorted, as if they weren't cast by anything in the room. She slowly reached for her bedside lamp, praying it might give her courage. But when her finger touched the switch, something whispered next to her ear. Don't turn it on. Mia screamed and jumped backwards, her back slamming into the headboard. Her shaking hands fumbled for the lamp again. She didn't care what it said, she needed light. She flipped the switch. The room flooded with warm white light. Nothing. The room was empty. No intruder. No figure. No shadow that didn't belong. But the air still felt wrong, heavy, tense, like the room itself was staring at her. She rubbed her eyes. Maybe she was half asleep. Maybe it was sleep paralysis. She tried to laugh it off, even though her hands were trembling uncontrollably. Just a dream, Mia. Calm down. But she couldn't calm down because her closet door was now slightly open. She always kept it closed. Always. Her stomach twisted. She stared at the narrow opening. Darkness leaked from the gap, thick and unmoving. She shouldn't look inside. She didn't want to, but something, curiosity, fear, instinct, pulled her toward it. She slid out of bed slowly, feet touching the cold floor. Step by step, she approached the closet. The breathing had stopped. The room was silent. Too silent. She reached the door and placed her hand on it. Her fingers tingled with dread. Taking a deep breath, she pulled the door open all the way. Nothing. Just clothes, shoes, boxers. But then, from behind the hanging coats, a hand reached out and grabbed her wrist. Mia screamed and fell backward, hitting the floor hard. The closet door slammed shut on its own with a violent force. She scrambled back toward the bed, tears blurring her vision. Her lamp flickered once, twice, then went out. Darkness swallowed the room. Her heartbeat thundered in her ears as she crawled onto the bed and pulled her knees to her chest. She could hear something moving. Not footsteps, more like something dragging itself across the floor. Slow, heavy, wet. The dragging sound stopped right beside her bed. Then that breathing returned again. Inhale, exhale. Closer now. Much closer. She forced herself to speak, her voice shaking. What do you want? Silence. Then a whisper distorted, uneven, almost inhuman. Let me see your face. No. 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 She felt a cold hand brush against her ankle. She kicked wildly. Her foot hit something solid but gave no resistance. Like striking a wall of air, the thing climbed onto the bed. She felt the mattress sink under its weight. She felt its fingers bone, icy crawl, slowly up her leg. She tried to scream, but her voice wouldn't come out. Her throat felt locked, frozen with fear. It moved closer until she could feel its breath against her neck. "Look at me," it whispered. Mia shook her head violently. Tears streamed down her face, but the creature wasn't asking. She felt its hand slide beneath her chin, lifting her face slowly, forcing her to look forward. Her eyes were shut tight. She refused to open them. "Open them," the voice hissed. Suddenly, everything stopped. The weight lifted, the air warmed, the presence vanished. Silence returned. She stayed frozen for nearly a full minute. Finally, trembling, she forced herself to open her eyes. Her room looked normal again. The closet door was closed. The lamp was dead. The night was still. She exhaled in relief. Maybe it was over. Maybe whatever it was had disappeared. Then she looked at her phone lying beside her pillow. The screen was on. A new photo had been taken. Just seconds ago. Her breath caught in her throat. With shaking hands, she opened the photo. It was a picture of her sleeping, taken from less than a foot away. And behind her, a pale figure stood over her shoulder, smiling with a mouth stretched far too wide. Its hollow eyes stared directly into the camera. Mia dropped the phone as the whisper echoed behind her once more. "I'm not done with you." And the breathing started again.